Hi everyone, today's headlines. Nagaland records 15 COVID positive cases and 27 recoveries on September 15. Trunat lab inaugurated at CHC Phugapoto. Transport Department notifies on Viva Voce for selected candidates. One arrested with 9 smuggled pig carcasses. NSCK required quorum backs Isaac. Another rock slide along NH29. Defense Minister speaks on border standoff in Parliament. China successfully launches 9 satellites into orbit from ship. ENPO invited to Delhi. Nagaland Dog Meat Ban. Suspension notice to be considered in 2 weeks. NVCO opposes removal of Logayukta. Kohima administration lifts sealed areas. Apple iPhone 12 may not support 120 Hz refresh rate. Report. Nagaland records 15 COVID positive cases and 27 recoveries on September 15. Nagaland reported 15 new COVID-19 positive cases yesterday, September 15, 2020, taking the total count in the state to 5,229. Updated Nagaland Health Minister S. Pangiform yesterday. Active cases stands at 1,269. Taking to Twitter, Pangyu updated that 15 new COVID-19 positive cases has been confirmed in the state, out of 304 sample results received yesterday. Among the new cases detected, 8 cases are in Dimapur, 4 in Kohima, and 1 each in Mogojang, Tunjang and Mon district, informed Pangyo. Trunat lab inaugurated at CHC Phugapoto. MLA Y. Vikaho Zoo inaugurated Trunat lab at CHC Phugapoto on September 15, 2020. Home evangelist Sabak Atovi Asumi. Vikaho Zoo, who was the guest of honor at the Trunat machine installation program, remarked that opening of the lockdown is dangerous and one should be responsible while adapting to the new normal life, continuing with washing hands with soap and wearing face masks. He thanked the administrative officers in the subdivision for maintaining effective law and order before and during the pandemic. Transport Department notifies on Viva Voce for selected candidates. Transport Department notifies on Viva Voce for selected candidates. In continuation of the Transport Department's notification on March 5, 2020, and on completion of the driving test, the Transport Department has informed that the following candidates have been declared qualified to appear Viva Voce for recruitment to the post of the drivers. Viva Voce will be held on September 22, 2020 from 9 am onwards at the Transport Special Pool Workshop cum Garage below Nagaland Civil Secretariat, Kohima. One arrested with 9 smuggled pig carcasses. Dimapur police on Tuesday arrested one person on charges of smuggling 9 pig carcasses weighing about 670 kg from neighboring Assam to Dimapur. The accused was identified as one Ansul Singh, 37 of Uttar Pradesh and currently residing at Gorapati, Dimapur. NSCK required quorum backs Isaac. NSCK members representing the required quorum of the Council of Kilongshires, the military wing and the entire functional regional authorities except Konyak region have affirmed they were totally in support of their General Secretary and co-convener NNPG Bar WC Colonel retired Isaac Sumi. In a joint statement, 34 signatures from civil and military wing maintained that the so-called impeachment or expulsion drama was extremely dictatorial and unilateral since the decision was taken without following protocol or serving showcase notice. Another rock slide along NH29. Another rock slide occurred on Tuesday along National Highway 29 near Chumukurma police checkpost, resulting in damage of 2 dumper trucks engaged in 4-lane road construction work. When contacted OC Zone 2, Peter Shuya said that the incident took place around 4 p.m. 2 dumper trucks were damaged. However, no injuries or casualty were reported, Shuya said. Defense Minister speaks on border standoff in Parliament, firmly articulating the country's position on the tense border row with China in eastern Ladakh. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Tuesday said Beijing has been very clearly conveying that any attempt to unilaterally change the status quo along the line of actual control is not at all acceptable, and that India's armed forces are ready to deal with all contingencies in the high altitude region. Making a statement in Lok Sabha, Singh said he would not hesitate to share that India is facing a challenge in Ladakh, but at the same time added that the House should have full confidence that the armed force will always rise to the challenge and make the country proud. China successfully launches 9 satellites into orbit from ship. China successfully launched on Tuesday a solid propellant carrier rocket from a ship in the Yellow Sea, sending 9 satellites into orbit in the second such sea-based launch mission, the official media reported. ENPO invited to Delhi. The Eastern Naga People's Organization (ENPO) has been invited to New Delhi to meet National Security Advisor (NSA) to the Prime Minister of India, Ajit Doval, on September 29. According to sources, the meeting is likely to discuss the ENPO's demand for Frontier Nagaland. Frontier Nagaland is a demand for creation of a separate state comprising of 6 tribes, made by the Eastern Nagas under ENPO. The separate state envisages the district of Mon, Tunjang, Kifri and Longleng. Nagaland Dog Meat Ban. Suspension notice to be considered in 2 weeks. The High Court has called the matter on a petition over dog meat ban, seeking suspension of the July 4 notification to be considered after 2 weeks. Let the matter be listed after 2 weeks for consideration of the interim prayer and for filing counter affidavit, the High Court, headed by a single bench in Kohima, announced yesterday. Earlier, the petitioner appealed for suspension of operation of the notification as an interim measure and setting aside the notification and cabinet decision on September 2. NVCO opposes removal of Logayukta. The Nagaland Voluntary Consumers Organization (NVCO) has strongly objected to the writ petition filed by the state government before the Supreme Court seeking removal of the Nagaland Logayukta on the ground of claiming arbitrary demands, without first going into the provision for removal. NVCO has questioned the intention of the state government in going to the apex court with a prayer to let it direct the Logayukta to assign all the pending matters before him to the Uva Logayukta and to prohibit the Logayukta from exercising his powers and functions as per the Nagaland Logayukta Act 2017. Kohima administration lifts sealed areas. Kohima district administration has lifted all the sealed areas which were notified on or before August 31. A notice in this regard was issued on September 14 following completion of 14 days sealing as well as completion of contact tracing activities. It informed that normal activities in all those locations would be allowed to resume henceforth as per various SOPs and medical advisory and guidelines of the government. The order, however, stated that it would not be applicable to the sealed areas where recent COVID-19 positive cases were detected, and also to those kept under home isolation. Apple iPhone 12 may not support 120Hz refresh rate, report. Apple's next generation iPhone 2020 lineup may not support a 120Hz refresh rate due to battery life consideration. According to famed Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, 120Hz display may debut in 2021 with lower power, low temperature polycrystalline oxide (LTPO) technology which uses less battery life, reports make rumors. That's all for now. To get such latest news, don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.